What's going on, Besides here, and into today's video we're gonna learn how to carry very hardcore on support. This coaching video is gonna help you to improve no matter if you're low elo or high elo, as you have tips with wave management, roaming, everything that you need to climb on support. Remember that on my Twitch, besides LOL, I do give away free OPGG reviews. So if you want to see what you're doing wrong and if you want to actually get a free OPGG review, you can get it right there. This coaching session that you're watching right now is a coaching session that I did with a gold player because he really wanted to get towards diamond. So if you also want to get to high elo and you also are serious about getting your gameplay to the next level and improving, go ahead and read the description if you want to get coaching by me. Enjoy the video. A little update on the coaching session. After 12 hours after we actually did the coaching session, he climbed from Platinum 4 to Platinum 2 in just 12 hours. He just played after the coaching session and he instantly is gonna go towards the Diamond Elo. So go ahead and book your own coaching session if you also want this big of an improvement. So where are you right now and where do you wanna be?
I think I'm about halfway through Plat 3. And hopefully by the end of this season I can get back or get into Diamond. Okay. I was pretty close at one point, but...
So you want to get Diamond basically by the end of the season?
Yes.
Want to get to Diamond. Diamond 4 we're talking. Okay, and in your opinion, what do you think holds you back from... let's see, so potential mistakes. Let's see.
A lot of the time I will be doing well, and I'll assume that because we're doing well, I can overstep. And that happens a lot, unfortunately. I get a little too overconfident. Or my team does the same thing, and then because we don't really have a good front line, if one person just decides to run it, the rest of the game's kinda not very playable.
So how should we put this? Over aggressivity or coin flip gameplay? How should we?
Yeah, definitely coin flip.
Coin flip game. Okay. One. What else? What else do you think it's?
I mean, when I play Annie, my roam timers are pretty bad.
Okay, this
obviously,
is huge.
Senna doesn't really roam, but my Annie timers aren't amazing.
Okay, roam timers are pretty bad. This definitely is a must thing to fix. Okay, what else?
And I think going from, I want to say mid to late game.
Mid to late game. What's specific?
Is where like whenever we're playing for, when it gets to Soul or like second to Baron.
It gets to Soul or second Baron. Yes. What is the exact problem specifically? So when
I want to say it's like I don't know if it's anything that I can do though, because I try to get vision about like a minute before objectives that we're gonna like try to contest, obviously.
So the problem is that you're not getting the objective, or what is the problem?
I think I just prioritize the wrong targets when we're going to the objectives. It's like when we're fighting. Which I mean, I guess it's kind of, as Annie, it's kind of just you stun somebody, and as long as it's not a tank, it's free win. But Senna, it's a little different.
So you prioritize the wrong target in team fights, or you have the wrong plan in the late game?
I guess about the same thing, really.
Okay. I prioritize the wrong target in fights, plus have the wrong plan. Okay, no problem. This is we can fix this. Okay, Jacob. So should we do a live game or should we do like a VOD review on one of the games that you have played? Oh, actually, it's a new patch, right?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's a new patch today.
Oh, wait. Oh wait, I don't think it is here though.
Oh, it's not in NA?
What is today? No, it is tomorrow morning, I think.
Oh, but it's tomorrow morning. That's interesting. I need to check if your games are downloadable and I can run their replay. But so you're saying that we have a good game of VOD review, right?
I can look.
Or would you prefer like a live game? What do you think?
Let's see. Do I have any good ones recently? Maybe I guess this Senna one where I was 7, 10, 20.
Okay.
It was, I think it was like 3 games ago.
This one?
Yes.
Perfect. So do you think it's a good game to review, right?
I think we definitely should have won this game.
Okay, interesting.
For sure.
Interesting. Tell me more about your playstyle and yeah, how do you like playing the champion? What's your plan usually?
I guess for like the first couple minutes, it's really just trying to stack and get poke in. Since we have Senna, we have like pretty good sustain in lane.
True.
So usually, you just try to take quick trades, and if you guys trade healthy evenly, it's a win. So.
Okay. What else?
I play for, I guess, stacks, and then
True.
after, I just try to get wards, keep vision for bot side.
I see. That's
So we have kind of an aggressive and more aggressive, because double marksman is usually kind of strong bot side.
I see. That sounds good. So you're trying to get good trades, short trades, looking to get your stacks. That sounds very good. Okay, so tell me more about this specific matchup that we were playing.
This matchup is probably, this is really bad for us, I think, because Milio is, I don't say he's broken, but his kit is definitely a lot more useful early game than I think Senna's is. Especially because I took a W for level 1. So I can really try to Q for stacks.
I see.
And in a Draven, Milio is really strong, I think.
And why is it strong? Why do you think it's a strong lane?
For Milio Draven, because his E buffs Draven auto attack, and then his W increases Draven range and buffs his auto attack.
Okay. But okay. So how do you wanna play the lane out?
I think about the same way as normal. Like just try to get quick trades, because I think Milio has a heal, but it's on like a 30-second cooldown.
Yes.
And Senna's heal is based on auto attack, so as long as it's like a even trade, it's usually better for Senna.
Yes. Even trades are always better for Senna. Here you're buying rapid fire cannon second, or what are you buying?
So for this one I was buying rapid fire cannon first. I watched a couple of Ioki videos where he was buying RFC first, and it feels really good early game.
I see.
But once I get like Umbral or something for my second item, it feels a lot weaker. So I think I need to go back to Umbral start, or just Eclipse Umbral.
What's the rank of Ioki? Does he have credibility?
I think I want to say he's Challenger.
Okay. So I heard, and I don't know if this is right, Jacob. I heard that he plays normal games on the games that he plays on the stream, on the YouTube. So be very careful with who you're taking your information from. I'm not saying it's bad, but if that's true, that he plays normals against like gold players, he can basically pretty much build anything.
Yeah, very true.
So be very careful with who you're getting the information from. Best case and more credible information is from Senna one-trick ponies like this. You'd go to UGG, you know the website. You can take it from here, or you can just select one-trick ponies, and you can look at one-trick ponies. One-trick ponies means they play only Senna, and if they play only Senna, they are okay. Let me select this. So players like this
so
guy,
a lot of
one-trick pony.
Yeah.
So you can see that he plays with Locket. He plays a bit of a different playstyle. Obviously, it's possible. Eclipse. You can also go for the Edge of Night first if it's a very hard, like I don't know, Blitzcrank with Draven with Lee Sin, Elise, something like this. Going for Edge of Night is good first. Yeah, so I definitely see some big problems right here. So we're coming from, so your feedback, your background is we're coming from jungle, right, to bot lane. Was your secondary support always or not?
I didn't really have a secondary before, because I was still like really new to the game. I think last season was my first season playing. So.
I see.
So if I was filled, the game was basically fucking GG at.
Yeah. Do you still have a team, man? Like, do you still get in contact with your team?
No.
No?
I like watch them play sometimes, but I don't play with them anymore.
I see. Sounds good, sounds good, sounds good, sounds good. Okay, yeah, definitely a huge lot. So we can stay like half an hour on first 10 minutes already with the mistakes that we're doing here. We do have some fundamental mistakes that we need to fix first. Okay, awesome, 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 awesome. I think we're gonna work on the early game in this game, and then maybe if you want, we can also go to the later stages here. Either that, or we're just instantly gonna go into the live game, so we can fix the mistakes in the live game. We're gonna see. Okay, so how do you think the jungle matchup plays in this lane with Milo Draven and Jarvan Senna Brand?
I think it's a little more favorable for us. I think Jarvan is just because Millie Draven don't really have mobility, so any gank Jarvan does is kind of super valuable, and Sejuani isn't super useful with Milio and Draven.
Yeah, they don't really have setup.
It's just prioritize one of the two, and if she's shielding Sejuani, then it's better for us anyways.
I see. Okay, sounds good. So we have a better jungle pressure from our team. Okay, so I want you to think about right here, and I want you to tell me in the late game, 4 items, 3 items. What's the Senna's job here in this specific composition and in general?
I'd say usually vision, obviously, and getting a quick poke off. Like getting quick poke trades, getting people's health low, making it really easy for us to contest objectives or get good fights off because Senna's heal gets kind of high late game.
Yes, definitely. Okay, let me put this here. We have OPGG here. How many deaths do you have per game? 6 deaths per game. It's
yeah,
not
I'm
really
a sprinter
high.
sometimes.
It's not really high. It is relatively high. I can't say it's low. 6 deaths per game. It's not. You just have to be careful in late game. You have to play like an AD carry. Behind of the team, chill, safe. Senna is very, very broken right now. She's a
Can you go back for a second?
Yeah.
When I died to Malzahar, was he in? Where was he? Where did he go? Where
Right
did he come
here.
from?
Right here. He was
Did
in
you
the
just
jungle.
go? Did you just go all the way through? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna go into
Dude,
this
I
land.
was like, holy shit! I thought he TP'd. I was like, how did that even happen?
Yeah.
And then he obviously didn't TP because after this he leaves and then he TP's back.
TP's back. I see.
I was like, how did he even get there?
Let's see how you play the team fights here.
I think this one's really bad.
I see. So in teamfights with this champion, just to touch a bit of the teamfights first, you need to play like an AD carry. When you ask an AD carry what should he do in teamfights, if you ask a challenger AD carry, hey bro, what do you think are the most important 3 things as an AD carry? What does it tell you? In teamfights, I'm talking specifically in teamfights.
I mean, not dying.
Okay.
It's probably the most important.
Perfect. Play to live is first most important. I agree.
Positioning. Okay. You want to be in a spot where you don't get instantly dove, but you can still attack.
Okay.
Hopefully the correct targets.
Okay. So how do you know that positioning? Because that's a very easy thing to say theoretically. How do I know best positioning?
I guess you want to be as far as you can away from their highest damage dealer.
Okay.
And try to like put somebody else in between you and their front line.
Okay, putting in someone to tank is correct. Yeah. Yeah, you can be far from the damage dealer, but if the damage dealer is Draven, you can kill him. You can probably just walk up as well. But it's also about what are the abilities that they have to close the distance, dashes, ability, CC. So if this is a pro player, he thinks like this. Playing Senna in late, I have 2 items. I have to dodge, first of all, the most important thing, I have to make sure I don't get in range of the Malzahar R. That's the most important thing because it's the easiest thing to hit. Then it's Sejuani ulti. Then after that, Darius E can kill me sometimes if I'm going like super aggressive, but that should be unlikely if I have fine positioning, but it can happen. Or even the Draven E, but again, unlikely. But the most important thing is R of the Malzahar, the R of the Sejuani, and the E of the Darius. So these 3 things, you need to always look out for them in team fights, and you need to know this in loading screen. Not in the game. Yeah. In the loading screen, you already have to know, okay, Sejuani R, okay, Malzahar R, okay, got it, and then the Darius C. Good. So you need to know this beforehand. Because if you're gonna be in this fight and you're gonna be like, oh shit, I'm in this fight, what do I do? It's gonna be very hard to know, okay, what are the most important things to dodge. So here, this is the perfect positioning. Team in front, you behind. Enemy team is gonna go on you, on them. You hit them. You use your team as bait, because you can play Senna with this positioning. Brand positioning is better here. Brand positioning is perfect. Okay, here again, Malzahar ulti would be this range. And if you think about it, the perfect positioning is not out of the Malzahar ulti range. It's out of the Malzahar flash ulti range, because you can also flash on you. So this is best perfect positioning. So you'll notice that Brand has perfect positioning right now, because he can't get Darius it, he can't get Malzahar flash ulted, and Sejuani is just dead. So there is no threat there. So here you can only play this Senna playstyle frontline if you play with Locket Senna, which can be good, but in low elo, I think it's better to just play the aggressive Senna. And then here we got Spranked here. Okay, let's go on to the first minutes, because it's super important. It's amazingly important here. So you go in the lane. Let's see what you're gonna get here. So you go cut down, presence of mind, Irie. You like Irie on?
I usually don't. I usually go fleet footwork.
Fleet footwork.
But I tried that a couple of games. Fleet footwork, I think it's just better.
Yeah, it is better. You have sustain. You probably squish with Senna, so fleet is amazing. Irie is not that bad if you're ultra confident, but fleet is more reliable. Okay, good. We try to go for this invade. I see you're very confident. Is this something that you're usually doing? This confidence, this like really high confidence in the games, like walking up
for like I think early game, because Milio flash, they're not going to contest, so I just walked up to see if they were going to drop a ward and if I could clear it really quickly.
I see. Yeah, you have to just think about like who can be here, and like if they can win you 1v1. I mean, usually like it's Draven, Sejuani, Milio. Draven level 1 is not that strong because he doesn't have 2 axes. Milio just flashed out, and Sejuani is not that strong level 1. So in this case, you can do it. Of course, be very careful, because doing this against a Nautilus Kaisa is very... So be very careful. Oh, in this case, it's not bad. You know, you are very confident here, even if you see Sejuani. So a bit concerning if you do this on a consistent basis. Overall, a good play. And here, you have to be very careful with the exhaust, because if you think about it, Senna, you don't really... I mean, yeah, if the team comes into you really hard, you can exhaust, like in this case, against Draven, or against a Tristana, or against Lucian, Nami, maybe. Exhaust is playable for sure, but in the majority of the cases, you will notice that you won't really have range to exhaust in the game. This is why probably I didn't see the summon spell, but probably if we're gonna see here, we're gonna see lots of heals. Let me take a look. Oh yeah, look at this, heal. Okay, they sometimes take exhaust as well. Let me see. So support.
I think in most cases I want to take heal, but since every AD carry and their cousin takes heal, I think double heal is kind of bad.
Oh yeah,
so I'll just take exhaust.
I see. So
I'll usually show heal first, and if they end up having heal, I'll just change to exhaust.
I see.
More or less, usually I end up keeping exhaust.
Okay, maybe you can also tell them like you can pick heal and you can pick. Can you please go something else? Or AD carry, can I go heal? Like you actually ask him, because if you think about it, yes, it's fine to get heal for him, because he's gonna protect himself. But exhaust is already giving you a small handicap, because when you play exhaust against Tristana, it's always good. But when you play exhaust against MF Zyra, it's
really bad.
When they're gonna ult you, are gonna do exhaust. I mean, yeah, you can flash exhaust, but why are you getting exhaust if you do to flash exhaust? You know. So this is why I personally prefer heal. Yes, even though we kind of handicap our AD carry and it's gonna play first time with exhaust, we don't care about our AD carry. With Senna, you play carry. You don't play Senna to, okay, I want to chill, I want to let my AD carry. No, you're not playing Lulu, playing Senna. You want to carry. You are the carry. So protecting yourself and being a bit selfish with the summon spell, I think can be good. Okay, so you try to go for the leash. You started with the W. Good invade. Nice try. You go for a short leash of how many? 3, 4, 5, 6 auto attacks, and then you go short way right here. Good, very good. I like that. You go short way, you go on the laning phase faster. Of course, careful when you go short way against like Nautilus, Kaisa, but in the majority of the cases, they just leash, because the enemy jungle will freak out if they... Like,
that's like the most.
Yes.
And then you get like the junglers who it'll be like Ornn versus Sai on top lane, and they're still path on top.
Yes, everyone is pathing top. They have no plan, jungle players. This is why jungle players can climb. Also, we did, like, you remember on jungle, we did the first coaching and you already were climbing really hard, right?
Yeah.
It's because the game plan is very important. Okay, you're walking up in the laney phase, and here they have a Milio. So you're pretty free to walk up like this. You just W, just walk up a little bit, try to trade with Milo. Here you trade a little bit too much because, as you can see, Milo has the E.
The shield,
And
yeah.
so we should avoid this trade. And more importantly, when you play Senna, if you want to facilitate you being able to trade more effective, trade more often, and trade more reliably, what do you need to do in the lane?
Not get hit by minions.
Okay, well, yeah, true, but you have a lot of range, so I mean you can get a little bit hit by the minions depending on how good the trade is. But how do you make sure you don't get hit by the minions? Let's see.
I mean, so like you can play with bush control and just play on the bush side.
True.
So it's either for them to, or harder for them to auto you back from autoing.
So in this kind of situations, what do you think about the wave control right here? Like right here in this specific case, like what does it matter if we have wave control? Let's say you think about this. You play Senna in a situation where, let's say you play Senna right now, you have basically a big wave, 10 minions, and they have like 6 minions. How easy is to play this wave state compared to 10 minions and the enemy 6 minions here?
I mean, it's a little easier when we have more minions.
And why is that?
Because if I do trade, they are trading into more minions than I am.
Exactly. And the wave is always gonna protect you as well against their abilities as well. So the first most important thing, level 1, of course you want to play for level 2 and you want to look to get prio in the laney phase. Especially like most of the cases if you play double mages, but even if you don't play double mages and you play Senna or Ashe, getting the push is high priority. It's like you're playing jungle and you're seeing someone low and you're skipping the camp at level 3. That's bread and butter. Like that's normal. That's the same thing on Senna. So now, what should a really good Senna be doing right now with the wave? That's the first thing that you should be looking for before even looking to trade, before even thinking about trade. We should get
Spinning the wave.
Yes, we should get prio, hitting the minions like a maniac. Because here, look at your movement. You're thinking about, oh, but I want to trade. Yeah, but step number 2 is trading, and usually it should be 1, get prio, get control of the lane. And of course, sometimes you can skip number 1 if you think they are like Alistar Yasuo or something very, very weak level 1, in which case you don't need to get prio, you just go for the trade. But when you play against a Draven, if you give him level 2, it will matter. And in general, prio, getting prio is important. So now, like a challenger support will instantly hit the minions, hit the minions. No, don't do the do nothing playstyle. No. This is bad that you're looking to trade, because they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minions, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minions. They got more minions, which means who gets level 2?
They get low first.
They get it first. So then why are we looking to trade if we know that they have more minions and they get level 2 advantage? We should be looking to what? To get the prio, get the more minions, like let's say they have 7 and they have like 6 or 5 or 4, and after we build a CS advantage, then we look to trade, because now if they get 2 and they jump on you, it's gonna be GG BG. Also, this brand using the W on the minions is by far the worst. This is bronze thing. Like if you're brand here, you're bronze thing. Like W on the minions, wasting all of the pressure. Like this Draven will be like, what the fuck? Brand uses W, like a 10 seconds cooldown on the minions. Okay, bro, I can just walk up and get level 2. And this is why they got level 2 at the same time right here. This should never happen. If you had hit the minions early on, it would never happen. So let me see if I can find the replay. Senna replay. What we're gonna see right here in the Senna replay is very simple. We're gonna watch a challenger player, and okay, I guess this is the video you saw. Like look, Keria. The first thing that we're gonna see. So he plays Senna Caitlyn, so he can also poke level 1. It's not hard because he plays with the Caitlyn and he plays against Samira Nautilus. But mainly he's gonna also hit the minions. Let's take a look. Oh, never mind. This is the Korea cheese. Okay, never mind. This is a bit different.
When they start in bush?
Yeah, they start in bush. Let's see. Okay. Same thing on Ashe. Same thing on Ashe. He plays against Zeri. Let's see what's gonna happen here. Okay, they play again They play again cheese. They always play cheese in Korea. LVS Master, let's see. Should do it right here. So Jinx Karma. Against Jinx Karma, you need to get prior, because if you give Karma priority, I swear to God, every game is cheese. Every game is cheese. Yeah, every game is a cheese. Holy, they always cheese. Please, man. Please.
So what I'm getting is cheese every game, no matter what.
Well,
This is the strat.
the thing is, yeah, it's gonna be hard if you're gonna do it every game, because you're all like mostly gonna
Get the
lose.
leash.
Like you just and you get to leash. Like it is hard to decide if you should leash or not, because you should like have a high understanding on what does your AD carry do, how much damage AD carry, enemy AD carry have. Like these players, they can always do, because they have very high knowledge on how the cheese works. What we're gonna see here is that, okay, again another cheese. Holy.
Oh, he went barrier, didn't he?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, but barrier here is really good.
Yeah.
Barrier is also very good. If your AD carry takes heal, you should always take barrier. Like here, the reason why he doesn't hit the minions is because he already got the prio. He already facilitated the wave. He already get like right here. He doesn't need to hit the minions because the minions are low. He gets to zone them. So why do we get minions? Yeah, but in our case, it wasn't like this. If Draven was here, Milo was here, you were here, Brand was here, no one was on the way. Why? It's because we did not control the wave. Super crucial to hit the minions. This is a big mistake that so many supports do. They don't hit the minions, they don't get prior, they don't try to get the minions advantage first. We have more, they have a bit less, and then we look to trade. Super important. We miss our abilities, we screw up mechanically a little bit here. Then you go like this. Be very careful, because did you know where is the jungle right now, or you assume she's stopped?
we have no idea where jungle is.
Yeah, be very careful when you're doing these kind of things, because this like this.
Yeah, that's like super greedy.
Right.
If I walk over there, she's level 3, so
yeah,
she
so
just kills me for free.
Be very careful with these things. Okay, you push the wave right here, or do you? Okay, so if you're in this case right here, let's think for a second. So you go in the lane, enemy Milio died, Brent's got the kill. If I'm Brent right now, let's think for a second. What do I want to do with the wave?
He wants a base.
True. Why?
Because he has gold to spend, and I mean that's pretty much the biggest reason he has gold to spend.
Okay.
And I think the wave pushes towards us anyways. So.
Okay, so right here, if the wave is pushing towards us, I mean, okay, we can consider recalling. I mean, he's level 2, so getting a bit of more money is always prior. But he's looking to push the wave right here. So how do you help him? How do you? Because as a support, we always want to look at what our AD carry does and then play around it. How do you play around what he did right here? He just doubled the wave.
I mean, just clear the wave with him. Auto the back minions so we can just last hit him.
Okay, and then?
I mean, I guess either recall or try to poke off Draven.
Yeah, like always recall is good here, because I mean we have 1 kill, but if Draven is super low, you can always consider staying if he's like super low, and you know that you can have a kill pressure on him. So if Senna is a diamond player right here, it's very simple what she does. If Brand wants to push the wave and recall, that's what Senna wants to do as well. Let me go here, let me push this wave. If I didn't crash, I push the next wave, and after I push the next wave, if it's super reliable to stay and pressure Draven and he's low, we can do it. If not, go base, spend the gold, chill. No invade, no face check, nothing crazy, we don't coin flip. So here, you should be doing what with your auto attacks?
Auto attacking minions.
Exactly.
As backing up.
Because here you're like, oh, okay, but I'm just a support, it's just like everyday chill. Like I'm just chilling. You see, this is a huge pattern, because this is the pattern that I call AFK do nothing support pattern. You're not pushing, you're not understanding if you should pressuring, you're like kind of playing with the flow, going with the flow. Okay, I have a kill, okay, let me take the kill. Yeah, but what do we want to do in the lane? We want to push and we want to recall. So in this case, this pattern of, okay, but let me go for a small trade. Let me walk up right here, let me see Milo, and maybe I can go for some stacks. Yeah, but we need to recall. We don't know where is the enemy jungle. Draven is probably recalled. He's coming in the lane with full mana, full HP. We can't really stay here. Be very careful. So the rule of thumb is think about what the AD carry has to do and play around it, and instead of trying to do your own thing. And here, he tried to recall. He crashes. So what should we do right here?
Reset.
Yes.
Just back up in
What's
base.
the worst thing that can happen right now? The worst thing.
I mean, I guess Sejuani could be bought, but
Yes.
that's not, I don't know if she kills me though. I mean, I guess she's level 4, I'm level 2, so.
Yes, so you're gonna be squishy. Milo is also here, so you can get the plates, and it feels good to get the stacks, but we don't have information on that. And I mean, let's say Sejuani is top lane. Let's say, okay, but what if Sejuani is top lane? Sejuani is top lane right now, and you can take the plates. What do you want to do after?
Just recall.
Exactly. So if you recall as you're recalling, what can they do?
I mean, they can take a bunch of range shots to try to stop my recall, but other than that, they can't really do anything.
And if they stop your recall, how do you feel about that?
I mean, usually it kind of sucks, but it doesn't really matter too much because they have to walk past the wave, so they're missing gold or XP.
Okay, so what if they if they take this wave and Milo is stopping you and Draven is not stopping you, and she's stopping you from here?
I mean, I can just auto him.
Okay, but
Or
who's gonna win this trade? Who's gonna win this trade? Like if they stop your recall right here.
Probably Milia.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Because I think he has an item. I'm not sure. I don't remember
Yes,
if he...
yes. And even if he stops you, like if you're recalling here, he stops you and then he goes back on the wave. How is that feeling for you?
I mean, pretty bad.
Yeah.
Because then anytime your recall gets stopped, it's kind of bad.
This is why you should not stay for the plate. And usually you wanna recall at the same time with the enemy AD carry. There are cases for sure. If you can, when you can get the plates, because let's say Draven is still dead or Sejuani is mid lane, there are cases. But in this specific case, if you stay and you recall right here, if you recall right here, they woke up and they try to stop you. And if they stop you, it's gonna be bad because Draven is right here, Brand is coming to the lane phase, and you did not recall. So be very careful when you do this kind of overextensions. This is how, first of all, you saw this death ratio is a problem, and it can be lower to 5 if we're not gonna go for aggressive moves, for wards, for invades, we're just gonna think about what AD carry does and play around it. Second of all, if AD carry recalls right here, you wanna look to recall with him. We're gonna get this to 4.5, which is a huge improvement for Senna. Huge, because you're not gonna have games like this. This is why I'm talking about these things, because I saw some patterns in your gameplay. You see your death ratio when you're losing. It's not like, okay, let me lose with 4 deaths, 5 deaths, 6 deaths. No, let me lose with 11 deaths. Okay, that's a problem.
Yeah, but if you're losing, does your deaths really matter anymore?
Not really, but the fact that you lose, the reason why you're losing can also be a part of the
because of the deaths, yeah.
Because of the deaths, yes. So be very careful with this. And now you're playing as Draven Milo. And what item? So you look to get the rapid fire cannon because of Aoki. Okay, no problem. But if you're in this case and you play, this is a very important competitive game, and you want to build something very good, what do you build?
Usually Glaive. I think Glaive is kind of OP. If not, just Eclipse. But I think Glaive.
Perfect.
Glaive is kind of just.
Perfect. Sounds good. Sounds good. So you just wanna get that, sure. In cases where, again, as I said, you play against a very big engage like Nautilus, and you're like getting pranked in the lane. They have Draven, Tristana. You can run Edge of Night, by the way.
Yeah.
For the HP, and you can get Ruby Crystal first. It's so OP. Ruby Crystal first, because against if they have Nautilus Draven, Ruby Crystal is gonna help out. In this lane phase, Ruby Crystal is not that good. It's good, but not that good, you know. So what are the components that you wanna buy with 754 gold if you play with what you said, Edge of Glaive, or you said Eclipse, but you said Glaive. So what are the best components that the challenger players go right here?
Either double longsword or longsword boots.
Yes, so that's the question. My question. Double longsword or longsword?
I'd probably say double longsword.
Because of the damage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not bad to get double longswords because you get more damage, and it's Milo Draven. Like, movement speed is important, but not that important. You have to think about the Sejuani though. With the Milo, it's not really that scary, so I think in this specific case you can go double longsword. Generally speaking, probably boots are better, because generally speaking, you play against at least Lee Sin, or they have like a trash. Boots are always good on Senna, and especially if you get the swiftness boots. This is why so if you're gonna boots are like super prio. In this case, okay, if you play against like Janna with like Ezreal and they have like Shyvana, I mean, okay, just get your double longsword. Like, it doesn't mean anything to get boots, to get swiftness, but in general, swiftness are gonna help you. Again, we're gonna go back to deaths. Swiftness are gonna help you to not die that much. And if you can also get...
You think that?
100%.
But I promise you this: Boots of Swiftness gets me killed more.
Because you're playing more aggressive, right?
Yes, because I'll
Yes, yes,
actually
yes.
push forward more because I
Yeah,
have
yeah,
a little bit
yeah,
more
yeah.
movement speed.
I see, I see,
So
I see. Interesting.
I ruin myself every game. Trust me.
I see. So it's like the play style, how you play it. So maybe play like over
Yeah,
aggressively.
I definitely need to slow it down a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's see this one. So when you're playing Senna right here, and you're probably thinking, hey, I have Jarvan bot lane. So you're going for this ward. What can happen right here when you go for this ward?
Sejuani could be down here.
Exactly.
So if she comes from their try and they just push up, I'm basically just dead.
Right.
Or I just flash over wall, but...
Yes, yes. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, Zara. Welcome. Yes, so you kind of need to like burn some of the spells right here. Is there a reason why you took the Oracle lens? Do you do it on a consistent basis?
I usually do get it after like first back. Usually because as Senna, it's really easy to stack up your
super item, yeah.
support item.
Yes, yes, yes. I see. Usually if you're getting this early one and you're losing the push like this, it's gonna like go against you to get sweeper because you're not gonna be able to put vision to protect yourself. We are kind of lucky that this guy plays with us. But in general, as a rule of thumb, if you can't get prio, you shouldn't really look to get Oracle Lens because you want to look to just get defensive vision here or here or here. And even with if you want to play aggressive, going for like the normal ward, it's gonna protect you super well if you put it here. So personally, if I have 400 gold on the gold on a support item, I will get it always, like the super. But if I don't have it on Senna specifically, on engage support is different. But on Pike is different because on Pike, if you have super, you can go like you can just
go wherever you want.
Your Pike, so or on Bard or on Senna, you usually want to play reactive, meaning that you want to let your brand do stuff like walking up, and you want to be behind him and use him as a bait. So these kind of things, be very careful when you did not control the wave, did not push, did not crush, did not do, and then you go for the ward. There is a big difference if you're pushing the wave first, then you go for the ward, and compared to what you're doing right now.
Okay.
So
yeah, I think I was clearing this because Jarvan was coming bot.
Yes, but remember that your job is not to make baits like this because you're not Alistar. Because if they engage on you, you're dead. So if you play like this, and like if you play like this Alistar, it's really good. If you play Leona like this, it's really good because what's gonna happen? They're gonna engage on you, you win. But if you play Senna, remember they can engage on you, kill you, and then you die. And then okay, enemy like your team gets kills, but yeah, but your team gets kills. What would you prefer? You being 1-0 on Senna and maybe you can carry, or Brand being 1-0 but you're 0-1? Because I would prefer you to be the carry, not Brand. Brand? Maybe he carries, maybe he doesn't carry. Remember, we play Zyra, we play Zera, to play Vel'Koz, we play Senna, not to bait and chill and let my carry carry. No, we play Senna because we fucking carry. We want to fucking carry. So this is why this playstyle of let me bait on support carry is not that good. I would let the AD carry face check and then I would play from there. Because look how you get punished here by Milio. Imagine if this is a blitz.
Yeah.
Because Milio is the easiest champion to play against in the lane. And then of course this happened. Good, beautiful exhaust. Beautiful mechanical execution. Nice kiting, man. The Jarvan mechanics are here. Nice flash. Beautiful. Wait, you win this? Okay, man.
Yeah, that was pretty close though. That was scary.
And then here, let's see how is the plate going. So you push, and again you go for the plate. So you go for
here, I did the wrong thing. So I auto queued because I had 2 stacks on my support item for the gold for the support item. Because I don't think there's a way we get plate ever here, even if Brand is pushing. I mean, I guess if Brand stays, but because it was just me, I auto queued for the 40 gold before I backed.
Yeah. But what's the problem here? Like, who can kill you right here?
I think Draven's the only one that's back, so I guess Draven could.
So Draven is like right here, so he just spawned right now. You're pushing. Milo just respawned, so who can kill right now?
Should be nobody, right?
Yeah, so if Sejuani comes, you can probably die right here. So be very careful. This is still greedy. I mean, it didn't stay for long. You just auto Q, so it's not that bad. And then you just run. This is not that bad, what you did. But it can still kill you. So if you have this HP and you don't know where is the Sejuani, you should just look to not take it. You probably say, oh, but I knew it is Sejuani, and he was low. Yeah, but remember in jungle she can be from low to 70%, super easy. Right, right. So be very careful if you're doing this. If you're doing this and you have the Brand's HP, I'm like, okay, it is a risk because Sejuani can come, but it's not that big of a risk. Yeah, if you have Brand HP, if you have this HP, Sejuani Q flash, GG. So you see how many risks you're taking?
Yeah,
definitely. A lot of risks. In this case, we did not get punished. You wanna get Berserker boots? This is the Aoki build, right?
So this, I went for Swifties still.
Okay, and the dagger is for rapid fire cannon. I see.
For the rapid fire. Yeah.
I see.
I don't know if I'll ever take. Well, I mean, maybe eventually I would take, because there's like a crit Senna. I guess it's pretty decent, but I don't think I would ever go Berserker boots on Senna.
Yeah, no, it's bad. And here, same thing. Get Prior first before going for trade. Get Prior. Hit the minions 2-3 times and then look to go for this trade. Plus, even fundamentally, going for this trade is bad because you don't know what is Sejuani and your jungle is top. So the worst thing that I can do right now is walking up and trading like this. Sejuani could have been
trading health.
Yeah.
When we know our jungle is top for sure.
Yeah. So here, if this is like a diamond game, you will probably have more than 10-15 deaths if it's like a long game. So be very careful. And then you just ward it, which is very good because this time you ward it after you push a bit of the wave. Then you go for the sweeper, very good. You have to be very careful. This is like super greedy because this guy is top and Sejuani can always gank you here. So be very careful with these things. Okay, we get Prior. Now we can always like look to poke. Sejuani shows up top lane. Huge information. I want to see your Qs. You go for the ward. Sejuani is top lane, so this is very good. And then we even get almost get a kill here.
No, that was depressing, honestly.
What happened here, though?
Yeah, honestly, I have no idea what happened. That was like a really good trade, and then all of a sudden, Brand flashes wall, and then just insta dies.
Oh, he ults here. Interesting. So right here, Brand is trying to pressure to push the wave.
Yeah, I should have helped push wave before going up for the ward.
Yeah, and plus, why do we need ward? Why do we need ward? Sejuani is top. Yeah. Right? Like you can pressure, stay in the tower, get lots of plays, and when you're about to recall, you can just go through this brush and take the ult. Yeah, because now the poor Brand just used everything. He wants to pressure, he wants to go in, he wants to do these things, but we're just taking the gold. Through what? We could have just pushed the wave, get the plates, and poke them instead of trying to do this kind of thing. So you see that fundamentally the plays are, I don't want to say they are wrong, but they can just be better. They can just be chosen more wise. Okay, and then here, let's see, what is this? So you're trying to push the wave here. Was there any reason why you stayed? Did you think about like something when you like look to push this wave?
For here?
Yeah.
Really, I just wanted to push the wave under.
Because?
But I figured Jarvan would just help me clear really quickly and then just reset, but because I was afraid that if he freezes here, then it makes it really hard to do anything after we get back.
I see. Okay. So how do you decide if this is a frozen lane, a freeze?
We have to have more minions. It's usually like 3 ranged on our side pushing into theirs. So him autoing the cannon here is definitely that he's not gonna just freeze it. So
true, but at the same time the cannon was in the tower, right? So here it's not like if he doesn't auto attack, it's still gonna be.
He has to, yeah.
Yeah, so right here you thought that so let's say the cannon is gonna die right now. Okay, what is my... Okay, let's say the cannon is gonna die here. How is this wave right now? If he doesn't touch it, we're talking.
I mean, if he doesn't touch it, it's just gonna slow push towards us, right?
True. Why?
Because those minions up front are gonna die, and then the rest of our minions are gonna come up, and then they should focus their melee first, so it'll just bounce off of their tower and slow push into us.
True.
After this next wave.
How can you make this wave right now? You're saying it's slow pushing into them, which is correct. But how can you make this wave state right now freeze, like you say, because you mentioned this word freeze. How can you make this wave? If you could create, you're God right now. You could create the wave state to freeze for the Draven. What do you need to do here with the minions?
For our minions, not attack them.
Okay, good. So let's say you can make Draven. Okay, so you're saying Draven shouldn't attack them, or what do you mean?
I mean, he shouldn't be attacking the ranged minions, right? He should kill the cannon.
Okay, let's say he doesn't attack. Let's say he doesn't attack, so he kills the cannon. Is this a freeze?
No.
No, but why?
Is it because they should die before?
True.
I mean, I guess they won't die before our wave gets there, but they'll die pretty shortly after.
But what could you change in this case so they don't die before the wave gets here?
Like 2 more minions out of tower range.
Okay. So if they had 5 minions right here, how would this be?
That would probably be fine.
Okay,
if
so
you just let the waves come into each other and then just last hits.
Okay, so it's gonna be a freeze if we have like 5 minions right here, under like right here. So it's gonna be a freeze if he has like 5 minions. But where is the next wave incoming minion wave mid? First.
On his side.
Okay, so what does this mean?
That he has to.
To what?
He has to thin the wave. Because, well, I guess he doesn't. I don't know.
So right here, if this is the wave state with 3 minions, if you're saying that the next minion comes first and meets closer to the tower, you want to think about, okay, but what does this mean? This means the wave is coming into them. Which you said. But if it's coming into them, if we have 1 extra minion into the wave, 2 or maybe even 3. But the moment you have 4 minions, so here if you have 4 minions, 1 more, the fact that the next minion wave comes here faster, closer, does not matter. Because guess what? Our minion wave, if we have 4 extra minions, our minion wave that is incoming will have time to reach, so it's gonna freeze the wave. So the rule of thumb is this wave right here, with 3 minions, 3 extra minions, because this is gonna die, with 3 extra casters, it's always gonna push into us here if it's in this exact lane position because of the next incoming minion wave, unless we have a minimum 4 minions extra, like 1 more, let's say, in our wave, in which case it's a frozen wave. So here you should push if you have 4 minions right here that are out of the tower and the lane is freezable. If not, wave is coming to us. So why? I mean, Brent is gonna respawn, he's gonna get in the lane, wave is coming to him, he can get the wave into the tower. So the worst thing that you can do is do what he did here. Like you do what you did here. So this wave is coming into you. See? Because it's like 1 minion extra. I agree with you. If it was 4 minions extra, you're like, okay, but they can freeze. Yeah, let's push. If it's 4 minions, push, man. Because you don't want to let them freeze. I would even pick my jungle. Assistance. But in this specific case, with 1 extra minion here, they can't freeze. Therefore, we shouldn't look to push.
Okay.
Super important. So I really wanted to talk about these things with you today before we go into the live game. So you see that we're not really having the right plan. Does Brand want to recall? Okay, we want to play around that. We don't want to look to trade. Okay, does Brand want to push the wave and pressure and Sejuani stop? Okay, we don't need to go for the ward. Does Brand have the wave in the middle? Okay, we don't need to go for the ward. Like, you need to do the right decision at the right time. Same thing right here. Is the wave pushing to us? Okay, we don't need to stay. So I'm gonna teach you these things in the replay, and I'm so happy that we have more hours available so we can work on these mistakes. So you want to get to diamond. What's your rank right now?
Plat 3, 50 LP?
Plat 3, okay. So I think the recall timings and lane is gonna be the first thing. You're gonna juggle plat 4, plat 3, plat 2, plat 4, plat 3, plat 2, and it's gonna be plat 1, and then after we do some coaching, it's gonna be the push. Same thing right here, right? Like, okay, in terms of the words, if you have this word right here placed by you, which is not bad.
I think I placed that on accident. I think I tried to drop it over the wall where I did before.
I see. Because
or like drop the second, like that.
If you put it right here and they have a pink, well, this pink is bad place. It should be a little bit more on the right, and then it's gonna see you. You shouldn't look to put 2 words relatively close to each other. Like, if you put this word right here, let's say, you don't put a word close to it. Like, if you see a support, he puts a word here, he puts a word here, he puts a word here. Like, bro, you're just bad. Like, why? Sweeper, like Melo comes sweeper, takes all of your words. So this is what you're gonna see in LCS. Put the word here, put word here, and then put word here. Yeah, but they are not close to each other. Close to each other will be here. So this kind of stuff, be very careful when you're putting the words close to each other.
Yeah, I usually don't do that. It was just because the first word was on accident.
Good. And be careful, because how is the wave right now? The wave is like right now not fully pushed into the tower. So what is the worst thing that can happen right here when you do this?
Sejuani.
Right. Sejuani Q, ulti, and you can say, oh, but Jarvan is here. Yeah, but you're
I
Senna, so right, die. So that's why I don't like when you play this playstyle with this champ. Okay, if you Alistar Pike Bard, then you're like, okay, but I'm gonna E over the wall. I have Portal. Yeah, you don't have Portal with Senna, and even without E here, it's super greedy, super greedy. Oh shit, this guy is so bad. Okay, never mind. Okay, super important. Push the wave all in. And then look to this, or just don't take the ward. Let the ward there, stay here. Wave is coming into you, and let them go on you. And Jarvan is behind. So we're going for a lot of unnecessary baits, but we're gonna fix this. We're gonna fix this. Sejuani is probably here, and we. Okay, we just die here or not?
No.
Let's see your flash here.
I think I flashed. I think I flashed Sejuani ult.
Let's see.
Or if I flash something of Sejuani.
Beautiful flash, holy. Beautiful flash. Yeah, as you can see, heal like exhaust doesn't really do a whole
doesn't
that much. Yeah. Okay, you tried. Let's see how I play this.
I ulted way too late, and I exhausted too late.
Let's see. So we're trying to refight the Milio. Brand is dead. I mean, no, sorry. Milio is dead. So Brand is out of mana. So be very careful when you're fighting like this. You feel strong. I know when you play Senna, you have this. I call it a syndrome, the Senna syndrome. Yeah. You wanna hit people. I play Senna. Like I know you wanna. It just feels good, man. Let me poke him. Let me go for one more attack. But here you have to just control it because he has Eclipse and Bren has no mana, so it's a bit. It
is definitely a syndrome, but I would not call it Senna syndrome.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. Okay.
But I agree. Yeah, that was a really bad play. But exactly. Unfortunately, I do that too often.
I know. Because this is why we have 6 deaths per game.
Yeah.
Because you would have like, if you have around 4 deaths per game, you are already diamond. Because if you have 4 deaths per game, that means you're not taking too many risks to, go for the ward or go for this kind of plays. In which case you're gonna be diamond already. Because this is like we have 2 things to work on. One, doing the right thing at the right time, which is easy to say but not easy to do, and fixing the dead ratio problem.
And this is like one of those games where, as Senna, I can almost never walk through jungle to clear wards alone.
And yeah, in general, this is it.
But I tell you what, I sure will, and that's where a lot of my deaths come from.
yes. And remember, this is Milio Sejuani, but it can be Blitz Elise, it can be Elise in Nautilus, it can be like, it can be 10 times more. It can be Tristana with Nautilus and Jarvan in the jungle, or it can be a lot worse. Okay, good. So I think that this is the right time when we can play, if you want, of course. We could like analyze the late, or we can just play like a new game, Jacob, and we can go from there. What do you think?
Yeah, I think because a lot of the problem kind of stems from itself. I think there's a point in here where I think. Can you press tab?
Yes.
I have. Okay, so I'm pretty sure about 5 minutes from now I should have 2 items. I think I don't know if I have Glaive or Eclipse, but
should we speed it up to there?
Yeah, can you speed it up? For some reason, it feels like I am so fucking weak. Maybe it's because I start rapid fire, and maybe that's part of the problem. But like, obviously I shouldn't. This is a really bad fight. But...
Let's see. So right here you're thinking you're weak, or let me see when next fight, right? Or next fight maybe. So here we. So
actually, I don't even build Eclipse. So I kind of just grief this game completely. I'm building into Wit's End this game because of Malzahar. So that's why I feel like I do no damage in this game, because my itemization is really bad.
Itemization is really bad, and also if you think about it, all of these mistakes in the early game, when we go for a war, we're not pushing the wave, we're not really recalling, we're overstaying. All of these things are screwing up your XP level. You're level 8. What are your team? LeBlanc is level 11, Jarvan is level 11, enemy team, Darius is 11, Malzar 12, and then Draven is 10. And even Milio, that has 6 stats by the way, is 1 level up. And what? It's 2 level up actually, because it's almost level 10.
Yeah,
so you see, this is decision making problem, and the fact that we go for words when we shouldn't go for words, and the death problem, you see? Because this is why you're 10 times squishy than these guys. So itemization problem, and then the level thing. So I probably felt. You look at your damage. Should have been a lot stronger. Yeah, same thing with the words, right?
Yeah.
This is
super far up.
This is just better.
I guess we just, yeah. Yeah, that other word's wasted. I think I dropped it though because I was planning on backing anyways. If I don't back, then I'm just trolling. Okay, so I'm just trolling.
Yes. And also, even if you back, you don't want to give free gold with the sweep.
Yeah.
So it's super important. Is Hermes down? I don't know. I don't know, Dick. I don't know, Hermes. Okay, so just backing off. Okay, this positioning was actually not bad, man, in the fight. How much for coaching? You can go to besides.com and
definitely
see.
worse early game for positioning.
Because I have more offers. Yeah, so I guess you have...
There's also a point where I just get one-tapped by Darius. Like, I think he autos me one time and then presses R and I lose 100% of my health.
I see.
Like, he didn't even have 5 stacks on him, I just vanished.
Yeah, he's...
And because of that, I think we kind of lost the game.
This game is super.
He like walked fast.
Winnable. I see.
And this is also where I feel like I do 0 damage. There's a point in this where I'm just like autoing forever and
yes.
like this, and it just feels like I'm doing nothing except healing them.
Yes. Also, like, remember with do you have alacrity? Not really. Like with Fleetfoot Torque, right? Like it's a combination between runes, builds. We died to so much in early game because the thing is, wait. Milo is level. Okay, Milo is level 11. I thought he's level 14. Yeah, because if you don't die, you get a lot more XP. If you get more XP, you're more tanky and more damage. And if you're more damage, and you're more tanky, obviously, you carry more games. Yeah, you do the Witsend build. So if you want to play with this Witsend build and you want to play a bit tankier, you should play with Locket. It's a really good playstyle. Like in Hyle, they always play. In this case, Malzahar doesn't have burst. There is no burst. Sejuani no burst. Draven has some burst, so Locket is, kind of bad here in my opinion. Maybe if you were Senna right here in the enemy team, you could have said, okay, but they have Jarvan, Blank, Brand ulti, I can lock it and I can play tanky Senna and always look to Q. That's fine. Come my bot. Okay, we can, Hermes, we can book a time, man. We can book a time, brother. What's your rank and what's your role? Let's see. Okay. I see. So should we analyze the late game? Should we go into a game and
I think that's good for this game. I think the rest of this game kind of falls apart because of I get one hit by Darius, which kind of fucked our siege like a couple minutes from now. And then that kind of fucked us. And then after that, we kind of had a really bad fucking team fight and it kind of just was done from there.
Okay. So you can go into a game. I would still want to see this game because I want to see your patterns in the later stages. I really want to help you. So yeah, you can go and jump into a game, share your screen, and then we go from there. Beautiful. So early game, I'll help you a little bit in the game and we're gonna correct these patterns. It's so lovely to have 2 hours because now in 2 hours we can fix these things. We can start fixing. Oh my god.
He just kind of ran me down. I thought for sure that I might not insta die to him, but no.
yes. You do a lot of damage to him, but he does even more. 1, 2, 3.
And that's him missing his E too, right?
He missed a lot.
But yeah, that was kind of fucking insane. And that's another thing. If I have Eclipse, he 100% does it. Does it.
Or Barrier or
yeah, if I have literally anything other than Wits and Rapid Fire, I probably kill him. And this is another one where I'm just autoing for fucking eternity and I'm healing my team or healing their team. Like this fucking LeBlanc almost dies because it takes me so long to fucking kill Sejuani.
Okay.
was brutal.
Nice. Okay, let's see the draft in the next game and let's decide.